Hello, everybody. We have been through it the last month, I'd say. All Arsenal fans have been really through it the last month. Every fan from any other team, we've been sent pictures of bottles, we've been called bottlers, you name it. The pundits have gone for us. They'd handed City the league yesterday. But we're back. And sorry, that's going to keep moving. And my voice is gone. I apologize. But there are a couple of things I've said in previous videos and previous Falls at Home videos and previous live streams that I think have really proven itself to be the answer to Arsenal's issues at the moment. And we're going to get into that in the video. And I think there are signs that Arteta has adapted and accepted that the game cannot be controlled every minute. And you need to have players on the pitch who can change the game in moments, but who may also give the ball away. Riskier players. Arteta has been on a learning curve, and I think last week against Wolves, it came at the right time. 4-1 today. The game I've just said it, but the amount of messages I've had from people about how Arsenal have thrown it away, and that a lot of had Tottenham fans telling me that Arsenal that this was going to be an absolute bashing from Tottenham today. I mean, I was, of course, on the back of the Wolves game. You imagine this is going to be a capitulation from Arsenal, an absolute implosion, and we'd throw everything out the window. But we did totally the opposite. Totally the opposite. And the more the days went on after Wolves, the more I reminded of how terrible Spurs are. And that was proven today in the first couple minutes, really. But let's start with the team selection. Now, I thought there was a decision to be made on Timber today because he is shattered. And I think that's why we saw him brought off 57 minutes. Was White going to play? But he stuck with Timber, and Timber had his better game in the final third. Much better. He's been terrible in the final third, I thought, the last 2 months. Brilliant. He's been brilliant, but terrible in the last final third. So I'm glad to see you went with him. But that's not the talking point today. The talking point from that selection is Eze finally starting in the number 10 position. I was fuming, and I made a video, and I made a short video, you might have seen it last week, about how I was fuming in Arteta's decision to start Saka at number 10 over Eze, on the back of Eze having a fantastic game against Wigan. Because, and I've said it in many videos, Eze and Gyokeres are risky players in the sense that they are high risk, high reward players. They are players for moments. They are players for the run-in. They are players for these harder games because they'll give the ball away more, but they'll also, you'll see them create chances with riskier passing and score goals from riskier positions. And that is the absolute answer to what our issues have been for the last 2 months of Arsenal. And Arteta, I believe, has accepted that by starting Eze in that number 10 position. Thank goodness. A little harsh on Madueke to be dropped. I thought he's been brilliant the last 2 months, but that is he's made a fantastic decision today. He made the right decision in that starting 11 that I think he hasn't been making for the last few games. So, well, that is where Arteta gets his plaudits from me. I said it in the preview as well. Arteta is a fighter, and he's made the right decisions today. But let's see how much longer we can continue to do that. So that's the starting 11. Gyokeres being backed once again. I'm sorry to say, I told you so. I told you so. But that's our Gyokeres starting. I've been saying it since the bloody start as well, Gyokeres to start. Spurs were rattled. I mean, straight away we were absolutely dominating. And I've been harsh on this is one thing I have been harsh on our play. Against the weaker positions, we have a tendency to try and control the game, to take the bite out of the game. Against opposition, we try to control the game, keep possession, take the bite out of the game, make the fans get bored, basically, from us keeping the ball. We saw that again today, and today was the right decision to do that. Against weaker teams, they can actually get a bit of confidence because nothing's happening. The game feels like it's drifting by into the late minutes because we're just trying to keep the ball and kill the game. But today, we kept the ball. And because essentially this was Spurs' cup final, they had a chance to make some of the season. They had a chance to get out of the to get further away from the relegation zone and basically lose Arsenal the Premier League title, take us right out of the title race, so they were massively up for it. So Arsenal were right in that first 20 minutes. We saw us absolutely dominate the game. I mean, even creating closer, but they had one touch in the box which they scored for in that first half. I was fuming at that technology issue in that first 10 minutes with the referees, because at that point we were dominating. As soon as that technology issue happened, Spurs were able to sit back, reset, and go again. But anyway, who cares? Who cares? But like, as I've said, I mean, everything today. Sorry, this is scattergun, but it will come to an interesting conclusion. But where we're going right now, Spurs, and we'll have a look at the Man City's Arsenal's next 5 games at the end of this video, as we will probably be doing for a while now. But let me say this, Eze, it all came through Eze. It all came through Eze today. Everything. He can give the ball away in midfield sometimes really sillily. He can forget to track back. But you need someone like Eze in the side. He created everything. I don't know what the stats are, but I reckon he's created 6 goal-scoring opportunities today, Eze. Saka should have scored 2 of them. He had 3 or 4 Saka opportunities, or 1-on-1 or equivalent. All come from Eze. He's such a pivot player. He can on a sixpence, he's able to put the ball through. And Eze and Gyokeres combined just fantastically well today. Gyokeres knocking it down to Eze. Gyokeres spinning off after knocking it through, and then Eze playing it through to him. That happened for the second goal. Let's just quickly talk about that first goal from Eze. That's what Eze can do. Again, he's in the right positions. He's a moments player. He's a goal scorer when he can be, and he's in those chances. His ability to tuck away chances is fantastic. Ball drops to him and he smashes it in. We'd had 2 or 3 chances before that, and Eze does the business there. The second goal, Gyokeres, big moment in the game. I'm not even going to talk about the Spurs goal. I mean, it was poor from Rice. I think Rice has had some. Rice is incredible defensively and incredible to tracking back. Last season he was good in attacking positions. This season I think his decision making in the final third has been poor. I think he needs to hit it more. He's got an unbelievable strike on him. But anyway, on to Arsenal's second goal. Gyokeres. I said this many times, and I've got to have a go at some Arsenal fans. I mean, the abuse this guy's had for months starting, and from big Arsenal journalists as well, saying he's not fit enough to wear the badge. He's not an unbelievable player, an all-round specialist, but who is at the moment as a striker in the world football? Not really, very rarely many. But what he does is you cannot underrate his ball striking ability. You can't underrate the guy's ball striking ability. Look at that second goal. It is hit purely, absolutely to perfection. We haven't got any other player who can do that. And I've said this so many times about you give him that moment and more, even a bit of space and in the ability to shoot. It happened and he scores. I mean, he should have scored earlier on, but it's just the pureness of the way he hits it. And as his confidence grows, we'll see more of that. It's such a pure hit, and again, but it came again from Eze and Gyokeres combination. That's a combination we've got to see for the run in now. It's done. That's the combination. I mean, it feels like today everyone else is almost supporting cast. These two are the game makers, the game players, the key. They are key. They are key. Absolutely key right now. They are unpredictable. The 2 unpredictable players surrounded by the predictable control. And that is a fantastic balance to have for Arsenal now going on. Third goal, Eze again. I mean, Saka probably should have scored, but Eze coming back in and being in the right place, finishing it right in the middle. We had a few chances like that where it was just one-on-one. Spurs all over the place defensively. Spurs all absolutely all over the place. And then the fourth goal, I mean, this is why we bought Gyokeres. Like, it's a very low, another low XG chance. Connects with the ball, pushes. It's too strong for Archie Gray. A little bit of luck with the ball coming back perfectly onto his right foot. But Gyokeres is going to finish that. He's going to finish that. And I tell you what, I reckon if you look at his individual XG today, I reckon it's low. The 2 goals he scored are just perfect finishes. That's what we bought him for, and that's what we want. And he was deservedly man of the match. Other notable mentions today, Saka. I think with Saka, I think he's just got to get one of those, got to go in. Like, the difference between having a fantastic game and a good game today was a goal. He's in the right places. He does the right thing. Jed Spence. I mean, I have to laugh at Jed Spence. He was getting up in people's grill the whole game. Honestly, that guy. But it was just brilliant from Arsenal. And I mean, Rice and Saka. I mean, I wonder what he's like. They're like in the England camp. I did panic a little bit when Arteta decided to bring Mascara on at 55 minutes because we were they are garbage. I thought it was a defensive move. Luckily, it was just to take Timber off and give him a rest because Spurs were dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. You got to keep attacking. God, no, please don't bring on 3 centre backs. Thankfully, we didn't. Now, looking ahead, I think this league can come down to goal difference. I think this may well come down to goal difference. I will say that City probably have more goals in their team in Cherky, Foden, Haaland, Semenyo, Marmoush even. So that's my main concern. But I also think that we can go on and win everything now. We can go on and win every single game and draw at the Etihad and we win the league. But on that note, let's just have a very quick look at the Arsenal's next 5 games. Arsenal and City's next 5 games. God, it's a fun part of the season now. Next 5 games in the Premier. I had a feeling when I first looked at the Premier League fixtures when they first came out that Arsenal had the easier run in. I remember looking at that specifically. Let's have a look here. We're going to have a look. So Arsenal have got Tottenham Hotspur away done. Chelsea at home. They've just drawn away at Burnley. Home at Burnley. I mean, and we've beaten them twice. We should do them there. They have. I thought they played quite well, though, under Rosnier. Then we've got Brighton, Hove Albion away. We should absolutely win that. Everton at home, Bournemouth at home. All 4 games we should win. Man City have got Leeds United away. Difficult game. We won there very convincingly. It's a difficult game. It is a difficult game. We scored a lot of goals. Maybe not. They're the way that Leeds play just suited us. We scored, I think, 9 goals against them this season, or 8. 9 goals. Man City have Nottingham Forest at home. Nottingham Forest. I thought played all right against Liverpool today, but very unlucky to concede. And we'll see. Maybe under Dyche I would have been more favourable, but I think that will be a City win. West Ham away. I think West Ham will stay up. I think Nuno's the best manager of the lot of the bottom 5 sides. I think West Ham. I'm looking at that where City dropping points there. Man City away, West Ham away for Man City. Put that in make a note of that. Then they've got Crystal Palace at home and then Chelsea at home. The next 5 games I think are favour Arsenal here. That's my opinion. They're both pretty equally difficult, but let's see. Anyway, onwards now. I believe, that is huge for Arsenal. And the next game will be Chelsea at away. Thank you for watching, and thank you if you are a subscriber. I really appreciate it. We're growing the channel, and it's been such a hard, difficult run-in for Arsenal, and I live stream every game, so I appreciate any support. Thank you so much. Come on the Arsenal.